Hey everyone, today I'm reviewing the movie The Terminal, directed by Steven Spielberg and starring Tom Hanks. This will be my first ever review, and I'm excited to talk about one of the most memorable movies out there. This movie is fun and really simple, yet it offers so much in a peculiar setting, JFK Airport. The movie has comedy, drama, and some romance, but what really hooks you is Mr. Navorski's situation. Remember, I will be talking about the movie, so spoilers ahead. The characters in this movie are well developed and unique. They all slowly get screen time and become familiar as we learn more and more about them. We see them pretty much everywhere as Victor meets all of them through his day-to-day life at the terminal. Navorski's character is by far the most interesting one in the movie. It makes sense because he is the protagonist, but we see so much in him. He's pretty simple and funny due to the cultural difference. He always stays true to himself and has strong morals. He always finds a way to do the right thing, even if it means lying in order to bend justice and do the correct thing at the moment.
Goat.
What?
Goat. The medicine is for goat.
Officially making him the GOAT.
Yes. Medicine is for goat. Yeah.
The characters around him seem to be your usual everyday employees, who just want to do their job and call it a day. But throughout the movie, they start evolving and changing with the progression of the movie. Characters go through their own little struggles and are pushed to do something about it thanks to the presence of Mr. Navorsky.
Guys, okay, we'll help you.
Victor, come on, I owe you so much. Please let me help you.
Victor, listen to him. This is your friend talking. Victor, we're all your friends. We're your family now.
Towards the end, the simple characters become likable and relatable, which is the reason why I'll give the characters in this movie a 7.8.
Navorsky, Victor, the gold, Navorsky.
The writing in this film is clever and well done. The script deals with themes of identity, community, and the human spirit. The way Navorsky adapts and then changes the community around him with his persona. The script not only shows how your everyday employees or people around you are not just people, it shows how everyone has something on their lives. Everyone has a story to tell, a background to who they are now. In the end, something as simple as being in a terminal has so much to tell in a fun and comedic way. Everyone reconnects towards the end, giving a nice sense of closure. Characters have their own conclusion to their stories.
I'm going home!
And Mr. Navorsky finally accomplishes his promise. Writing will get an 8.1. For personal enjoyment, I'll give it a 9.6. This is where the movie really shines. It will definitely leave a good first impression and feel really unique and original.
You ever feel like you're just living in an airport?
There you go.
It's a feel-good film that will make you laugh and also tug at your heartstrings. The story is both funny and emotional and will keep you engaged from start to finish. The movie has so many fun and creative moments where it's almost impossible not to like it, from Victor adapting, to his small interactions with other characters, to funny moments with everyone at the terminal. I honestly believe this movie is really easy to watch, and anyone can watch it and relate it in some way. I can easily picture how anyone will classify this movie as one of their favorites. The cinematography in this movie is beautiful. The airport setting is used in great effect, and the film use of color and lighting really adds to the overall mood and atmosphere of the story. Camera work is clever in many scenes, and overall it keeps a good feeling of being in a terminal. I will give it a 7.4 because it's good. It has camera work that helps with the comedic scenes, emotional scenes, and just following Victor around. The plot of this movie is amazing. It's centered around Victor Navorsky, an Eastern European man who becomes stranded at a JFK airport due to the revolution in his home country. He's not allowed to enter the United States and not allowed to return home. The story follows his struggles to make a life for himself in the airport while he waits for his situation to be resolved. The plot is simple, yet it keeps the audience entertained with the different struggles that Victor has to go through. It is so entertaining to watch him cleverly overcome all of them. There is something about watching Victor resolve many questions someone would have about living in an airport, like where does he sleep, how does he eat, how does he clean himself, and how does he sustain himself. The overcoming of these struggles in a fun and comedic way is why the plot deserves an 8. For emotions, I gave it a 7.8 because of how surprised I was when I first watched the movie. The Terminal offers more than just comedy. There's many moments where we touch on the emotional part of being stuck with Victor at the airport, and he can really do much. We see other characters show more emotions as they open up. We even have some romance in the movie. Not only Dolores and Enrique follow their quest for love, but we also see Victor and Amelia slowly connect throughout the movie. Of course, the relationship they had eventually doesn't work, which I believe is hinted during the fountain scene when it doesn't work at the beginning, but in the end it makes sense. Towards the conclusion of the movie, we eventually become so close to everyone we can feel the sense of community. At the end, we see how everyone, and undeniably us, is rooting for him, and all we want to see is him finish his goal. The setting of the movie is JFK Airport, which is used in great effect. The airport serves as a metaphor for larger themes of the film, such as the idea of being stuck in limbo. It could also be as how it starts off as simple man coming into America and being surprised by the difference in culture. It could also be about how boring a terminal could be and how it relates to all of us when we're just stuck waiting at the terminal and all you can think about is how to get out or let time fly by. But in the end, the terminal ends up being a much different place. Through many fun scenes, we get to be more familiar with the place and eventually turn the terminal into something else. It feels like home. The place almost doesn't feel the same after the second half of the movie. It not only becomes Mr. Navorsky's home, but also ours.
Did you say gate 67?
Gate 67.
The setting for the terminal will get an 8.6. Everything about it is great. The airport feels alive with so many characters around just working and interacting with Victor. And what really stays constant throughout the whole movie is creativity. The movie does a great job of making each scene unique. It's a similar vibe to the movie Home Alone with how creative and fun it can be. I really enjoy the music and sound design in this movie. The score is by John Williams, who composed the music for many of Steven Spielberg's movies, and it really adds to the overall feel of the film. The music is perfect for Mr. Navorsky's personality and perfect for scenes where he just looks silly and out of place. It just fits the character so well. In many other scenes, it captures perfectly the silliness or the simpleness of Mr. Navorsky's culture and disoriented character. For that, the music will get a 7.8, such a good work by John Williams. Meaning will get a 9. This movie has a lot of meaning. As I already mentioned, the story is about a man who is stuck in a difficult situation, but he is determined to make the best out of it. It is about the human spirit and how we can find hope and happiness even in the most difficult of circumstances. It also teaches us how we have the power to turn a regular boring place into a place full of life and connection, the importance of doing what's right and moving everyone around you solely through great morals. It shows us the importance of caring about others and the situations they're in. Who knows, in the end, it may impact you in some way. Victor shows us this in so many scenes, and how morals and values overall can take you so far. The acting in this movie is top-notch, with Tom Hanks delivering a stand-up performance as the lead character. The supporting cast is also great, and they all bring a lot of depth and nuance to their performances. We get to see them everywhere in the movie, and they do an amazing job of making the scene more vivid. The way they interact with Victor and the way they just give a balance to the awkward and lost character of Tom Hanks is just refreshing and is perfect for the setting. But what really stands out is Tom Hanks' acting.
Oh God, Victor, please tell me a father isn't in that pain again.
Tom Hanks also adds small details to his acting to make Victor even more genuine. Victor is sometimes really straightforward due to the language barrier. We can see how Tom Hanks adds this to the character with gestures and other motions when he speaks.
You like Italian food? I know it's late and you probably got
These details are really appreciated when it comes to lead acting. Acting will get an 8.
Right out and catch a cab.
Before I give the terminal its final score, we're going into a small portion of the video.
What are you doing? Go back to work.
Get ready to have your mind blown with 5 fun facts. The film is based on the real-life story of Miran Karimi Nasseri, an Iranian refugee who was stranded at Charles de Gaulle Airport near Paris for 18 years after being denied entry into England because his Iranian passport and United Nations refugee certificate had been stolen. The production team built a replica of Dusseldorf International Airport in Palmdale, California. The set was a near full-size replica built in a former hangar with 3 working sets of escalators. After production, it was later demolished. He also took inspiration from his father-in-law for Victor. Tom Hanks' father-in-law is of Bulgarian origin. His character, Victor Navorsky, speaks Bulgarian, but Victor comes from the fictional country of Krakosia.
No more Krakosia. Okay? New government. Revolution.
The movie made a good profit.
afternoon. Welcome
The
to
movie
Burger
was
King. May I
released in
take your order?
2004 and received mixed reviews from critics, but it was a box office success, grossing over $219 million worldwide. The movie budget was $60 million. The note on the photocopy of the hand attached to the sign "All Gates" says "Free the Goat." Overall, I highly recommend The Terminal. I enjoyed every second of this movie and everything it had to offer. As I mentioned before, the movie shines in personal enjoyment with creativity and comedic scenes. In the end, I believe this is what Steven Spielberg focused on. But even other aspects and points were consistent throughout the whole movie. Between every ups and downs, there was comedic relief. When Victor took his time to help others, there were serious moments to explore other emotions and provide a meaningful message. The overall meaning, which I really liked, the characters, the airport setting, and of course, the plot, were unique on their own. The movie does a great job of balancing everything else and covering so much, it definitely stays unique and memorable. The Terminal does not disappoint with a final score of 8.2. Good overall for all points, and I'm sure many out there who watched The Terminal would give the movie an even higher personal score. Do you agree with the overall score? What rating will you give this film?
Where you wanna go?
I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for my next review.
I am going home.